Let's be honest, the Canadian Purge would just be 12 hours of nobody saying sorry.
Purge and purify. Purge and purify. Purge and purify. Here they come. Run.
Hey there guys, how are you? It's me, the Canadian Movie Buff, with a review of The Purge Election Year. So The Purge Election Year is the third movie in the Purge series. The Purge is an annual event where one night per year, all crime is legal. Like, you can do anything you want. Kill somebody, rob a store, steal that candy bar. Any and all crime is legal for 12 hours. The first one was a pretty by-the-numbers generic home invasion movie. The second one was a massive improvement. It took us outside on the streets and we actually saw some purging being done. And now the third one, it sees the return of Frank Grillo as ex-police Sergeant Leo, and now he's head of security for a senator running for president. And this senator, she is wanting to make some massive changes. For starters, she wants to abolish the purge. And for pretty obvious reasons if you actually think about it. But the new founding fathers of America are really not happy about this. The new founding fathers are sort of like this Illuminati, oh, they're the big good guys, they're big brother. So they send a team to assassinate her. However, Leo gets the upper hand, has managed to get her out of there. And now it's just the two of them on the streets by themselves, surviving the purge. On the whole, I thought it was a pretty good movie. Like, I've been following the series, and it's been getting better with each installment, and this one is no exception. I mean, sure, there's some over-the-top acting here and there, but all in all, it's a good action thriller, and Frank Grillo is in his prime in this movie. There is some good stuff in this movie. For starters, Frank Grillo, he is amazing as an action hero. I'm kind of disappointed that he wasn't used more as Crossbones in Captain America Civil War, but here he makes up for it. He's suited up, he's ready to take on any crazies that come their way. He's determined to keep the senators safe for the entire night, and he's ready to take down some purgers. And speaking of action, there is some really brutal stuff. There's this one scene where somebody runs over someone with a truck, gets out, pumps a shotgun, and shoots her right in the face. The music that is used for that scene is especially effective. Like, you're just sitting there and you see like, whoa, that is brutal. That is brutality right there. Another thing I did like about this movie was that it sort of expanded the world a little bit. Like, you got to see one of the ins and outs of the purge itself. Like, there's an underground resistance, like, and they have this hospital set up, and it gives a bit more depth to the world of the purge. And even though it's supposed to be a scary movie, there's actually some humor here and there that actually ease the tension a little bit, and that can be a bit stressful considering the type of movie that this is. We got some new characters too. We got these two people who are willing to help the senator and Leo get through this night because they hate it as much as the senator does and want it gone. And the best part is they made themselves likable. Like, it wasn't like, oh, they're there just because they're there. They actually had some character, they made themselves likable, and all in all, you're rooting for them to make it to the end. Now, there is some bad stuff in there too. Well, more, not necessarily bad, but more weird. Like, in the trailer, you see a bunch of people who are going all out with, like, these masks and such. And so you're bound to have a couple crazy people. And there is one character, I won't tell who it is here, but she is just bonkers. Earlier in the movie, she tried to steal a candy bar. She had to give it back, and now she's all like, give me my candy bar! Which is a bit excessive considering they're carrying AK-47s and buzzsaws. That was way over the top. And also, there's one character who you see in the trailer. He's running against the senator for president, but in the third act of the movie, he just goes from normal to completely cartoonish. I guess the premise is he's supposed to be like a purge religious nut, which I get, but still, even though they are supposed to be supposedly crazy, it is way too over the top for this kind of movie. There's also not a lot of development on Sergeant Leo's character. We get a flashback of what he did in the last movie, but that's about it in terms of character development. We now know that he's a better man, but we don't really know much about his backstory other than that. And also, this movie is sort of similar to the second movie, where it's Sergeant Leo who's looking after someone and trying to help them survive Purge Night. But instead of this being a side mission, it's his main mission. There are a couple twists and turns here and there, but other than that, it's still pretty similar to Anarchy. So in the end, The Purge Election Year was a solid sequel to a franchise that keeps getting better. It has good action, Frank Grillo is amazing, there's plenty of humor to sort of relieve the tension between all the scary moments, and if this is the last Purge movie, then it's gone off on a good note. And I will say that The Purge Election Year is worth seeing at least once in theaters. Alright, that's my review of The Purge, election year. Have you seen the Purge movies? Which one's your favorite out of the whole trilogy? Let me know by commenting down below, and if you want to keep up to date on videos like this, give the subscribe button a click. I like to write about movies, so check out my blog down in the description below. This is the Canadian Movie Buff saying, I hope you have a fantastic weekend at the movies. See ya!